But the only way we can properly report on this is by bringing in somebody who Alyssa Mercante is probably more obsessed with than me. And if she's going to sue anybody, it's most likely going to be this man and not me. So let's bring in Smash JT.
Hey!
To Hypnocast. It's the only way to do it. The only way to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Smash JT.
Long time no see, Hypno. How you been, man?
I'm doing good. Almost as good as your wrong microphone you have on. You got the wrong microphone setting. All I hear is echo.
Ah, crap. Hold on a second. Hold on.
You got that webcam mic, bro. Shout out to Smash JT joining us tonight. A little bit random, but I figured since we're going to be talking about this potential lawsuit thing.
Found it. Is this?
Ah, there it is. That's the real voice. That's the one she likes. Yeah, you got
there
do it
we
right,
go.
Man. You got to do it right. You can't talk about this without having a real voice, man.
Right. No, I. You know what's funny is I set the mic the right one in the back room, and then when it came on, it switched it. So it's
always happens, bro. Always happens. It's all good. Hey, Smash, how you feeling, man? What's this now? Number 5, number 6?
Lawsuit threats?
Yeah.
Today, third one.
Nice. Sounds good. So let's
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so let's talk about it. How you feeling?
It's funny, man. I used to, when it first started happening, I used to like freak out, like, oh my God, like I can't deal with this in my life. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, let's go, let's bring it on. This is funny to me.
You know what's crazy? It's almost as if she doesn't understand what the actual legal process is, where there's something called discovery, which will, by definition of the word discover, a lot of the stuff that we already know that she's been doing. Right, we already know this. It is public information, and like I told you in DMs, I have a lot of information saved on this particular creature because you never know, right? If they want to come out and say, "Oh, you harassed me," blah blah blah, whatever, you want to pretend to be innocent. Well, myself and other people that I know of, I don't know if you do, but myself and other people have folders, literally folders of evidence against this particular creature. So go ahead. What do you think?
Oh, she's going to say you're obsessed with her if you have a folder on her. She's done that to me multiple times. Oh, he has all these pictures of me saved on his phone. I wonder what his wife would think if she found out that he had a folder of pictures of me on his phone. I'm like,
let's I want to preface something. It's not just her, okay? It's screenshots of messages. It's screenshots of tweets and whatnot. It's not pictures. Trust me, I don't want that fucking creature's pictures on my computer. It's just literally messages, on her Twitter. Publicly available information, mind you, that, we tend to report on. That's what we do here. Well, and I know that's what you do too.
She's a reporter herself. She should know this, right? Like that's kind of day one shit, right?
Oh, it's rules for the, not for me kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Where she wants to have the ability to be a journalist and report on people and paint them in whatever image she wants to paint them in. But the moment somebody else does that to her, suddenly that's a problem. And then, I had somebody on my Twitter page have the audacity to fucking try to compare what people recently tried to do to me, where they took out one of my tweets, edited it, and then made it seem like I said something I didn't say. And they try to make it seem like, well, they try to make it seem like, oh, well, you threatened to sue based off this, so why can't she sue? I'm like, this is not the same, bro. Yep. Do you understand what libel is? Do you understand what actual real definition is? Like, you took something that I said, took context out of it. You edited it. It's not like you just posted the screenshot. You took context out of it, and then you decided to post it, and then you put a title saying, oh, PDF file behavior or whatever. That's totally different, bro. Anyway, it's besides the point. But yeah, I think it's a rules for thee, not for me kind of situation.
100%. And I know you got to get to it eventually. I don't know if you want me to skip ahead to it or if you wanted to get to it, but what she actually said in her tweet is actually fascinating because I've read
this one right here.
Yeah. I've read it multiple times. She doesn't actually name anyone, nor does she say that she's actually following through with anything. The only thing that I got out of this is she's trying to grift for money from a GoFundMe. That's literally all this is.
I would be inclined to agree with you. Again, I don't know if that's what she's doing here. We don't know. None of us know really what's happening. But there has been content creators that have done something like this in the past, where they will, be very vague with what they're saying, be very vague with their threats, even if people know who they're talking about. Still, like the statement is very vague, and then they'll usually drop a GoFundMe towards the end of it, take all the money, and then 6 months later they'll come up with an excuse as to why they couldn't sue, but they're going to keep the money. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Oh, it's too hard to give it back. We'll just figure it out another time, guys. Yeah, I've seen that.
Right.
Before. I had a couple people reached out to me, and they're like, it's funny. People, I'm always doing research, but people that don't even have YouTube channels are researching more than me, and they're hitting me up with information. They're like, she hasn't started her GoFundMe yet. I've searched her name. I've done this. I can't find it anywhere. Why do you think she doesn't have one up yet? And I'm like, the only explanation for it is this was her fishing to see how it's going to go over before she drops that GoFundMe. So she wants to make sure it's received okay with her bubble, her echo chamber,
right?
And then she's going to move forward with it.
Who do you think she's going to target? Because I think it's going to be Grums and you. Yeah, Grums number one.
I don't even think me. Because if she comes after me, I got too much on her. Like, she'd be insane to come after me. That would make no sense. Which is another reason why I feel so like confident to make my videos laughing at her. Like,
I was honestly surprised when you put out that video. You put it out so fast, and you called it a scam too. And I'm like, damn, fucking Smash JT is smashing out here.
You know what's funny about that is I actually had that video done like 2.5 hours earlier, but I was on the Side Scrollers podcast this morning, and then I had a post call meeting with someone else, and I'm like, I had it done early. I would have had it out earlier if I could have.
That would have been hilarious, bro. This whole thing is pretty damn funny. She might even try to target what's her name, Vera Dark, which I think would be pretty damn hilarious because they had a little bit of an exchange, I know, but I think Grums is the main target.
Yeah, I don't think because Vara has too much on her. Like, that's the same situation with me. Like, it's Grums is the big name, Grums is the one where she's really has a hate boner for him. Like, yeah, she hates me. Yeah, she hates you. But Grums is like enemy number one to them.
Which is so interesting because, from I guess his reach is pretty out there. His Twitter's massive. So, because I was going to say from a reach standpoint, is he really that high? But I guess he is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's not on YouTube, really. He just kind of goes on other people's shows.
Right. It's just Twitter for him, right? As far as I know.
Yeah.
But he's got 170,000, something like that, followers.
Almost 200K. He's at 190 something.
So he's going fast too. That's the other thing, by the way. I just reminded myself. The other reason why she's doing this is to grow her brand. Like, I looked up on Social Blade, her Twitter, and it's kind of a little bit stagnating. So she's just trying to like throw a stone in the water, make a ripple, and get more attention again, and try to grow her audience, because she realized the first time around that even when she contacted my wife, that it actually was beneficial to her because it brought eyeballs to her. Even if it's people that are just negative, it's still followers, it's still attention, it's still looky-loos. So the more of an audience she can garner, the more eventual money she can make from all of this. That's all she cares about. Ultimately, she's never going to say that, but she's a Kotaku journalist working in New York City, making how much money, living in a spot that you have to pay how much per month. She needs to make money another way, Hypnotic. And I don't know if Alyssa has any other ways to make money. I'll throw that softball to you.
I mean, there's definitely I would say most of her money definitely goes to rent, if I had to imagine. I mean, considering where she lives, even if it's considered the poor area of, where she's at, it's still not cheap, for most people. You're still looking at $2,000 plus a month in rent just for a 1-bedroom, so it's minimum. And she's making probably like $3,000, $4,000 a month, I would imagine, as a senior editor. Mm-hmm. So it's not like she's banking money.
And that's before taxes.
That's before taxes, correct? Yep. So it's it kind of reeks of desperation a little bit.
I was just gonna say that. I was waiting for you to finish up. Like, this reeks of desperation. I was thinking the same thing.
It almost seems like she's looking for a payday, right? Like she's trying to pull She's trying to pull, like when you have certain people try to race hustle and just to get a payday in a lawsuit so they can get easy money from the NYPD or whatever. It's the same kind of situation. This feels a little bit desperate. And again, man, this is like the 5th or 6th time. And at this point, I'm in the same boat you are, man. I'm like, listen, I got my suit ready. I'll wear red suit. I already told you guys in the chat, red suit. It'll have a handkerchief that fucking says, alt-right grifter or whatever. I'll rock it out and I'll go to court at this point. If that's what you want to do, like, let's just get it over with, bro, because all of these fucking lawsuit threats and everything like that, this is ridiculous, right? Like, how many times are you going to threaten a lawsuit before you're actually going to follow through on it? You know,
she really wants a face reveal in real life. She really wants to see you, Hypno.
Well, here's the thing. So if she were to sue me, if she were to try to sue me, she would have to go through her lawyers to try to legally request my actual information. And the only way to do that would be through to YouTube, which you would have to have a legal precedent in order to do it. You would have to actually have a real legal precedent. You can't just do it from a cease and desist letter. Like, so you have to have something like, there has to be an investigation or something along the lines in order for you to request my information from YouTube. Otherwise, you're not going to get it. So, and here's the thing. If you take that information, let's say she does request it, that doesn't mean that she can make it public. If she makes it public, that is 100% her ass. Like,
well, it is, but here's what you got to worry about. Someone like her has nothing to lose. What are you going to take from her?
I'll take everything, and whatever kid she has hiding in the background, I'll take that too, and I'll fucking take her cat's money too. I know she got cats. I know they got money. You got to make some money as a cat in Brooklyn in order to be able to survive. Don't pull that bullshit. Don't pull that bullshit.
Here's the other thing too, before we forget about it. Her whole situation with the Trans Lifeline charity thing, you recall?
Yeah, what about it?
I think she learned from that to empower her to
said the same thing, bro.
To do it for herself. Yeah.
So, bro, I said the same fucking thing. I don't know if I said it to you, but I said the same thing.
I said it in my video, so no, you didn't say it to me.
Yeah, I said I had told God, I don't know, I don't remember who I told, bro. All I remember I said was that she probably realized she can monetize her people, right? She got 20 grand for Trans Lifeline, and she thought to herself, she's like, damn, this would have been really nice if I could keep it. Right. So now she realizes, like, oh, okay, so maybe I could do something similar, but do it for myself. And that's what she's trying to do. Because why else would you do this, bro?
Right.
And then why would you say that you're going to fund it yourself? But then in the same sentence later on, like, you oxymoron, you just went and then you said, I'm going to do a GoFundMe.
It made no sense. I will pay for it myself, but I will need some help with expenses. So you're not paying for it yourself. So why did you say you were?
So she can't pay for it herself. One of two situations is happening. Either she is getting the funds from someone else, which I doubt it, because again, she says she's got to pay for it herself, or she's getting charity lawyer work from activist lawyers, which if you looked into the lawyers who have quote tweeted her, you'd realize that one of them is a hardcore activist, female, blonde, I believe. I forgot her name already, but one of them who said, can confirm. I can confirm, she's a hardcore activist. So, well, not too shocking.
Go to show too, all this theater that they're on Twitter. It's happening, guys. We're doing it. It's happening. It's like, what's with all this like theater? Just do it. Like, why?
Bro, you got to think like a child. I know it's hard for you because you're not like her, but you got to think like a child, right? So what do children do, right? Children go to the door and I'm leaving. I'll leave right now. I'm going to do it. I'm going to leave through this door and never come back. And then you're sitting there and you're like, listen, go ahead. And she's like, no, I swear I'll do it right now. It's like, what are you doing, bro? You want a selfie that bad? You want to meet up with me that bad? It's like, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing? No, but seriously. So if that is her plan, which it could very well be her plan, if she thinks that she's going to get my information through requesting Google to give her that information, number one, if Google gives her that information, I'm going to royally fuck them anywhere I can.
Then you're making out.
And number two, if she tries to leak that information, I'm okay with that. Right? If she wants to leak that information, that's fine. But let it be known, I will royally fuck her every way imaginable. I will. I don't care.
She's kind of into that, Hypno.
Probably, but no, I'm serious. It's not even a threat. It's not a threat because it's just a response to what I feel like she's gonna do with said information. That's the only reason why she would want it. Because let's be real, man. you're really mad about my thumbnails, right? Like she likes to talk about my thumbnails and all that shit, and she likes to have assumptions over the thumbnails. That's her only argument, because everything else I talk about in my videos is about her articles, which I'm allowed to do. You're allowed to do the same thing too. She's a journalist, right?
Not
Like,
according to her.
oh yeah,
One-way road. Yeah.
sorry, I forgot about that. It's a one-way road on this fucking train we have over here. But again, man, I haven't even made videos on her in the last few weeks. It's literally bare minimum. I think the last what was it she did last that I made a video? I forgot. I don't even remember. That's how unimportant she is.
She has been quiet for. I'm looking at mine. I haven't talked to her besides yesterday when she tried to cover for Rebecca Valentine. I haven't talked about her.
Oh,
I'm
maybe
looking right now.
was that it?
I haven't
don't
talked about her in like weeks. Oh my god, I'm going through all my videos right now.
Same here. If you look at my videos, I haven't done it in weeks, and that's the point.
That was like 3 weeks ago. Yeah,
you're gonna claim it's harassment, but we were literally only do videos when you say something publicly on your websites or whatever. Well, that's the only time.
Something stupid, because she never shuts up. It's only when she says something publicly stupid that we cover it.
Right. Exactly.